So first of all, welcome and thank you for taking out your time out today to join me in terms of how to use Finance and Coffee properly. And hopefully, some of you guys are new, some of you guys have been in the community for a long time. Scott Beatty is in the house, I believe, and Tim Powell, you guys have been there pretty much near when we first started. So thanks for joining in. Let me know if I've said anything incorrectly. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to start at first by showing you what Finance and Coffee is and the other tools and the other assets that we have that you may not be aware of. Then I'm going to ask our two gladiators. We salute you. I'm not sure who's the gladiator here. I have to be honest, I miss Scott's funny dad jokes. I'm not too sure about everything else. All right, so what I want to do first is I'm going to share you with regards to what I can see on the Finance and Coffee page and the tools that you can use to help you. Then what I'm going to do is also ask our two guests today. I've got Mandeep from Effie to talk to you about his platform and what that can do for your business. I'm also going to talk to you, hand it over to Jonathan Hill from Valiant Finance as well, and what their team and their platform can do for your business. Just letting you know that the video is being recorded. So if I say anything incorrectly or insult any of you guys, I do apologize, because I'm going to use the I speak no English excuse there. All right, so just getting that out now. But as always, the chat's in there. If there's anything you want to ask, if there's anything you want to dispute, put it in there for everyone to see. So I'll make a start off now, because I'm going to try to keep this short and sweet, simply because I'm a cheap bastard and I'm using the free version of Zoom. This allows me to keep things short and sweet so that you guys can go on to the rest of your day. So let's get started. So what I'll do now is I'm going to screen share with you the group itself. Okay, so this is the group on the desktop version. The left-hand side here is something you guys won't see. I see it because I'm the admin of the group, and it basically shows how many people are waiting to join, how many people applied today. It all has interesting information, such as how many of you guys are silly enough to basically jump on pretty much every day. So yes, we've got 9,100 total members, but every day around about 5,000 of you guys actually jump on around the country, which is pretty good. So from my team's perspective, it also means that we have quite a bit of work to do, which is to basically review and how do I put it? Remove some comments which may offend some members. So just bear with me. Just going back to the group here, as you know, this is the group. You ask questions, people answer you, right? So there's a new feature at the moment, which a few of you may not realize. You probably won't see this on your phone. I've had a few messages from members to say, hey, I want to post something anonymous. Can you do it for me? I don't do that anymore, because I don't want to get messages from people answering your post and then relaying it back to you. So you should be able to ask as anonymous, right? So if you do that, then basically the group as a whole do not know who you are, but you can reply as anonymous to that particular thread. So that's a pretty good feature. The other thing that I love for you guys to look at is the featured section. So the featured section is basically something that doesn't really move. We pretty much put our news here. So if we want you to see something or would like you to see something, this is where we'd pin it, and we hope that you would see it. It doesn't always work, because some things just take time. So as a moment, I'm doing processing a video right now, which is potentially slowing this little webinar down a bit. So I do apologize, but it should pop up soon. The first thing, obviously, is if you're an old hand with this group, you should know that there is a search function. So, for example, LMI is always a good one, right? So check this out. There is basically punch it in there. You can also do it on your phone. So on your phone, the search function is at the very top of the screen, okay? On the desktop version, you can actually filter it. So, you could filter it as to who's posting it. You could filter it in terms of most recent or not, and so forth. So, which is a good one to just check out. Okay. So hopefully no one's surprised about that. Just bear with me one moment. I've got 2 more people trying to enter the room. I'll just admit. Okay, so that's the search function. Another one that is very useful, and for some reason a lot of you guys probably don't see it, is that if you notice this bit at the top, okay, these are very useful tools. Mentorship, I haven't actually activated yet. It's there, but we'll talk about that later on. But it's going to give the abilities for you guys to basically buddy up with someone in the group if you need to for anything. Okay, but the important one is in here, as actually listed under files. So I recommend everybody, when you can, jump in there, look at the things in here, because there's some things in here which are very, very cool. Take the things that you need. If the things that you don't want, or think is really bad, just forget about it. Okay. But cashback offers is always a really good one. Marie Ryan's a massive champ, just basically updating these stuff as well. Who can write your own loan and so forth. It's all here. So we've got things in here which you probably didn't realize were sitting in here. So please check that out. Okay. So I think with regards to the Facebook side, that's where the 2 key things are. The other thing that I love for you to think about as well is when you chat to us as well, or you go on a chat, and things get out of hand, I would just recommend that you either, basically stop the conversation. So if you post it, you can actually click it down so that you can actually stop commenting on it, or you can remove it completely. Or if anything offends you, there's 3 dots here. Click onto it, and then because I'm an admin, it actually allows me to remove it, but basically it allows you to report it to the admin team so we can see it and we can remove it quickly. Okay, so we remove quite a lot of posts every day, which you guys are probably not aware of, but it's just trying to maintain the community so that we don't get any people being upset with each other. The last thing that I'll talk about before we pass on to our guests here is the fact that we can actually issue Cpd points. So the reason we can actually issue Cpd points for you guys, if you are active in the group. So to be active in the group, we can see how many posts you make per day, how many comments and so forth. If we see this as being 0, it just means that you're not active in the group, and we won't give you Cpd points. And worse, we may actually remove you from the group altogether. Okay, simply because, well, you're not contributing, and you're not posting, you're not liking things. So what are you doing here? So that's pretty much the short and dirty of the group. Okay, the other couple of other things you can sort of see on the tabs up here, which you probably weren't realizing that we do, is that we are now basically, we're trying to run it kind of like a news source. So similar to the usual industry magazine websites, we do these now too. So we produce our own native content. We have content from our sponsors or lenders that want to send things through from their publishers, which we think is newsworthy. We'll put it on here. And also, if you would like to produce things for the community yourself, let me know. We'll publish it, and we'll put your photo and your name on it too, because we don't like to take things which are not ours. Okay. Recently in the group, we've noticed a lot of people asking for leads as well. So which we know that some brokers probably potentially are looking to look for new jobs. And we also know, so there are heaps of brokers going, hey, you could probably work with us, which means they're also potentially looking at hiring. We also have a free website called financejobs.io. Jump on there, it's free. Just put your details in if you're looking for someone, and we'll post it for free as well. Okay. Lastly, before I jump on to talk to our friends, is we have a thing called Humans of Finance. Humans of Finance is, for me, is something that we kind of ripped off Humans of New York, right? So, but what we've done is we've collected stories from community members throughout the years, and we'll put it on here. This allows you to talk about your own stories. And then it also allows you to basically put a link and give that to your clients so that, you don't have to friend them on Facebook. I've been a little bit tardy, so we've kind of kept this down for the last 12 months, but I want to restart this. So if you have a story that you want to talk about yourself, by all means, send it through and we'll publish it for you. This is not, these stories are not about, hey, how good I am as a broker, or you know, how good my business or how my life is. This is everyone's journey, basically. Not everyone's had a smooth life. Everyone's story is interesting. I do recommend that you check it out and have a look at it. So we also share this in the group anyway. So we share it in the group first. So if you look at in the group, it's been there for a long time, and people love these stories because these stories resonate. And you know, Colin, if you're on the group, you know, your story was pretty good too. So Hank Hong, everyone's got a different story to tell. It does take time. I'd love for you to share yours. Okay. So that's pretty much it with regards to all I've got to say about the group itself. So before I pass it on to our next guest to have a chat to, is if there's anything anyone wants to ask, you got about a minute to do it. So put it in the chat, or wave your hands, or turn on your video to say, hey, I want to talk to you, because there's something you don't understand. Do it now. Nope. Okay. So what I'm going to do next is introduce you to my good friend Mandeep Sodhi from Effie. I'll get Mandeep to just talk about what Effie is and how that works for your business. There's a lot of things that you probably didn't know about the background for Mandeep, and in terms of what he's trying to do. So, which is pretty cool. So I'll hand it over to you first, Mandeep, and then I'll ask Jonathan from Valiant to have a chat about what Valiant's all about. But for now, I'm going to mute myself, and then I'll pass the floor on to you. Please feel free to post your questions here. Yes, thanks, Alexa. Mandeep, I'm going to pass it on to you. Are you sharing anything on your screen, mate? So if you are, then I can make you host as well, so you can do that.
Yeah, Dan, if that's okay, just a very quick demo of our portal, just show them around. It's not a full demo, but just for everyone to have a view of what we're doing.
Yep, the screen's yours, mate.
Awesome. Thanks, Ian, and thanks everyone for your time. Thanks for having me here. So let me give you a background of Effie and also myself. I'm the founder of the business Effie. Effie is a smart lead management platform. The three things we focus on behalf of Effie is, one is we allow brokers to sell anywhere and grow their brand. We don't. What I mean by that is people need to know who you are and what your brand does when they're looking for a mortgage broker. There's a really good survey or report that was published by ASIC in 2019. I actually have a link to that as well, which I can share after this meeting, which talks about how 90% of borrowers, before they talk to a broker or a bank, actually do a research on comparison sites to search what the right product is to start the journey. Now, if you can imagine, like 90% of borrowers, and still you have 66% of them going to a broker. These comparison sites are not showing brokers today. So imagine if they were showing mortgage brokers, your market share would be quite high as well. And that's where we come in as well and help brokers be showcased on all these high traffic websites. So that's one part. Second part is, how do we help you manage your leads effectively? There's task management roles, how do you assign tasks to each other, and how you automate all of that, where you send an email to the client, SMS, like, hey, I've received your information or lead inquiry. These are the next steps you need to do. And there's a whole portal that's built in, which I'll quickly showcase to you today. And the third part is help you grow your revenue and manage your cash flow, where you can access some of the functionalities from our partners, which I won't go through it today. The focus is just to show you the first and second part. How can we help you grow your brand and be featured on all these high traffic websites without you having to pay any setup fee or anything like that? You literally feature in a matter of seconds. Second is managing your leads. So on that, I'll quickly share my screen. I'm assuming you guys can see.
Yep, can see it.
Awesome. So I'm just going to move these so many Zoom buttons and out of the way, and I should be able to do that. Okay, cool. Now, what he's looking at is a main dashboard. So when you log in and sign up to Effie, this is what you see today. It talks about your response time. This is really important in today's environment, guys. We actually show you how quickly you responded to your inquiry once it comes from your lead partners, or even when you add your own lead, like how quickly do you add a note, so that you also know, like people actually expect a call within 15 minutes. If they make an inquiry on all these high traffic websites, they come to you, they're already being targeted by Google ads for other of your competitors. So they are in the market. If you don't get back to them within 10 minutes or 15 minutes, you're going to lose the interest of that customer as well. We also show you the latest review you received on your Google or Facebook page. A lot of brokers ask us, like, where should I be collecting reviews? We always suggest use the free tools that are out there. They're the best ones, Google and Facebook ones. You don't need any paid ones because you need to own your own data as well. Then the dashboard as well, how you're performing in terms of the leads overall. You can look at your other members in your group, other brokers, and see their performance or just your performance. It will show you the weekly things as well. I'll quickly skip this part and get to the profile that we get every broker to create on our platform. So any information that goes from our platform, we ask you to first sync your emails, because every email should go from your email address, not from our email address. So we allow you to sync that. We also allow you to sync your mobile number, so all the text messages from our systems are going into your system as well. Now I'll get to the details shortly on why we ask you to ask for service radius and availability. Basically, we ask you, can you service within your state or within a particular radius? We can select that as well, or nationwide. And this will feature you on all the high traffic websites based on your selection here. There's also an available now button on top. So if you're not willing to receive leads because you're in a PD day or you're busy or you're in this meeting right now, you can switch yourself off for 15 minutes or 1 hour and you won't receive any leads during that time. Now in the profile, we ask you to create about you sections, languages you talk, specialities. And this is really important, guys, because let me just quickly give you an example of Rate City, who's one of our partners. There's also Finty that's showcasing brokers as well. If you go on Rate City today and you go, I want to search for brokers in Sydney, we're showing the top 2 brokers and we manage that, who has received enough leads, who hasn't. And if I click on one of the brokers, you can have customers sometimes don't want to request a call back because they're really serious about it. They can start a call from the Rate City website. So they can select call now and immediately we ask them to put the first name, last name. We do ask every customer to verify their phone number. It is important because a lot of the time brokers complain, well, I couldn't contact the customer because the number was not correct. We make sure that the number is correct. Once they verify the phone number, they put in the loan amount. Literally the call starts from here. So if they select call now, a call goes to the customer's mobile number, the one they entered here, and to the broker. And to the broker, our software will read it out. Hey, James, there's Mandeep Sori who's looking for a loan amount of 300,000. We're connecting you to Mandeep right now. And James can talk to the customer then and there. Now, this is the hottest lead you can get in the market because the customer says, I'm ready right now, but I don't want to wait for a call. I want to speak to them right now. So there the customer reads about what do you do, about me, which is all coming from our portal. This is why about you section is really important. And they're also reading about the reviews, what people are saying. Now, these are all coming from your Google page and Facebook. That's why it's really important to sync your reviews with our platform as well. We show the same broker on other partner websites that we have partnership with. Finty is another comparison site, and we're bringing 3 more partners in next 1 month as well. So that was the about you section. There you can put in your industry awards, industry associations. This will be all showcased there as well. Lenders you can service is really important as well. And the reason for that is sometimes if someone goes on Rate City website and says, I want to search for St. George products, Rate City will also show the broker who can service St. George product and your photo will appear next to that as well. Conscious of time, so I won't go to that detail in now. I'll quickly showcase to you where the leads section is. You have a Kanban view and the list view. Everyone's aware of that as well, what Kanban looks like. You can select the lead. You can literally chat to your lead from our system. You can send SMS if you like, and you can have SMS there as well, or you can send an email and it connects to your email address as well. And you can compose an email address and send all the information you need. And it will automatically pre-fill all the information of your customer. I'll just close that out. Yeah. You can add task and note. You can assign tasks to your team members as well. If you have other team members, it can be assigned and they'll be notified as well. You can collect the fact find from this system as well. You can also, so your customer gets a login with your portal as well, and I'll quickly show it to you what it looks like. Once you click on it, you can also impersonate your customer sometime. A lot of times the customers don't understand the jargon or the questions, and you can basically mimic that or impersonate that through our portal and say, and see what the customer is seeing at their end. So this is what the customer sees with your branding and photo, and they can fill out all this information, or you can fill it out on their behalf, and they can see all the changes in real time. They just have to refresh the screen and they will see the changes you've entered for them. We also collect the bank statement using Elian, or the customer can also provide you documents. So you can request documents from our platform, and the customer will upload all the documents, and TFN is already redacted. So it's pretty simple and easy to use for the customer. A lot of the time, the borrowers do not understand what brokers have sent as a link, the bank statement document, and it's all going in spam folders. They just want one portal, and they want to feel like they're dealing with a modern digital mortgage broker. And that's what we make you look like in our system. And you will notice that we do not promote any of your aggregator or our brand. It only talks about your brand here. So we make it look like it's your system from day one for the customer as well. Then in the section, you can also request bank statement. You can, sometimes you don't want to request 3 months. You want to change that. You can select 6 months or 12 months, whatever you want from that customer, and it will only collect the statement based on that. We use Elian for that. Everyone's aware of Elian, so I don't need to go into that detail. If you're a sales tracker user, you can also sync your system with our system, and it's a two-way sync. Every document, notes, messages get synced both ways. So you don't have to double handle the information. That's already done for you. You can create your email signature and disclaimer as well. And this is where you can create more user and roles. If you have back office in Manila or here, paraplanners, you can add all of them in the system and assign tasks to each other, and they can see your leads and you can see what they're working on as well. Finally, I'll just quickly go through the way you can purchase leads. So this is where we ask you to save your phone number that we provide, and this is the call number that Rate City and every of our partner uses. When the customer says, I want to speak to broker right now, you will get a call from this number. So you can save it as a lead, and you know there's a lead calling. And you can buy leads for your brokers in the company, and you can select minimum of 5. And within a second, once you select proceed to purchase, you're featured on all these high traffic websites with your profile created. Conscious of time, any questions so far? We can quickly go through some of the other material as well. So we also allow you to create your own calendar scheduling as well. We notice a lot of times borrowers are asking the broker when you're available, or the broker is trying to confirm a time with the borrower. So you can create similar to Calendly thing called a 15-minute chat, 30-minute chat, or 45-minute chat. And that will appear all here. So I am just slow in the internet and the room sitting here. But basically it will appear here, and you will have your own link that you can add it to your signature, and the customer will be able to select a 15-minute time or 30-minute time with you in the link you provide to them. I'll see if I can quickly get that working now. Okay, so this is where I've selected home loan chat with Mandeep for 15 minutes. So this creates a link for you, and you can literally edit what you want. You can have a Google Meet or Zoom link here. You can have up to 4 weeks or months in future. You can have a booking flow, automated, custom. You want them to go to a website after it's booked. And let me show you what the page looks like. If I click on view page, this is what it looks like. So any customer can book in a time with me for 15 minutes, confirm, they can reschedule and cancel as well. You don't have to worry about that. And lastly, we've got Sms Bot as well. So we notice that even though we have the email automation, customers do not respond to emails, and you will notice that as well. The open rate has been going down because they go into junk. So you can also send SMS to your customer, or you can activate a bot, and the bot will start talking to your customer on your behalf. The whole purpose of the bot is to schedule a meeting. That's about it from my side. Just again, conscious of time. Anyone's got any questions?
Yeah, thanks, man. There's actually 2 in the group. So one is the I'm not sure, can you see it yourself, Mandeep?
Yeah.
Got Manali. I do apologize if I pronounce that incorrectly. Is the URL custom as well? Broker branded subdomain. I believe that is.
Manali. So in the thanks, Dan. So Manali, the URL cannot be customized for our existing SaaS product. We do have an enterprise version that we launched, and that's generally for enterprises with more than 30 broker seats. So if you have more than 30 brokers, or if you want to purchase 30 seats, then we allow you to have your own custom URL in the broker portal or the customer portal. So for everyone's knowledge, this is what Manali is asking about. Can I have, instead of .fe.com.au, can I have .manali.com.au or my own brand? We only allow that for enterprise today. But yes, we will add your business name in front of our fe.com.au. So you can have your top tier home loan finance or manali.fe.com.au, and that's what customer will see.
Yeah, I think the other thing I was just going to jump in for the last question there as well is that if he is actually used in conjunction with our Gather platform, it's not just supposed to replace it. Yeah, it's one so that number one, you get more exposure within the worldwide web, and that allows you to basically get leads much more quickly. Now, just bear with me for one moment. And then the last one is the cost of purchasing leads.
Yes, so Kazim, sorry if I pronounced it incorrectly. So cost of purchasing leads right now is $150 per appointment. We call it appointment because the customer selects, they have to select what time they want a call from the broker, or if they don't want to speak right now. But we are negotiating some pricing from our lead partners where you'll see some announcements coming soon as well. But yes, right now it's $150 per appointment. And we also verify the phone number before they can submit the inquiry. We want to make sure that the leads are contactable.
Okay, and last one, Budgie. I have not antivirus on my laptop. Phone is telling me that Effie is dangerous.
We'll definitely get that checked, but it's a verified. If you go to our website, you might be seeing our normal website, but if you look at the broker.website, always look for this sign, which is secure. We do a lot of security testing. It's a highly secure website. We actually do penetration testing every 3 months, just to let you know. But this is the broker portal is all secure. The customer portal is all secure. We'll get that website checked as well. But website is a static website. The broker portal and the customer portal is what you need to look at. But thanks for letting us know. We'll definitely get that checked. Okay,
so what I'll do now is I'm going to ask Jono to have a chat about Valiant. Sorry, we're down to 10 minutes, mate. So
you know how much I like to talk to you.
Yeah, I know. I might actually start another link and send to everyone as well. Okay, when that does happen. But the floor is yours, Jono. Mandeep, can you make Jono the host as well, if he's got anything to share?
Yeah, I do need to share my screen.
How do I end my host? Sorry.
If you go to Jonathan Hill, and then his profile, go to more, and then you should be able to press it as make host. Yep.
Done. Jono, can you check?
Beautiful, thank you. Okay. Excellent. So let me quickly share my screen if that's going to work. Oh, come on, work. Oh, don't tell me it's not going to share.
We're in. This is pretty funny because it's like this still happens inside. What do you call it? We're still in a pandemic. We're 2 years down the track, and we're still having these problems. I'm just waiting for someone to go through.
And my screen's not going to share. My goodness. Okay, share screen. I want to share my whole screen.
If it's not going to share, why don't we just have a quick chat about who Valiant are? We'll put everything in on the message anyway.
My apologies, can't believe that's not working. I practiced it all before. So Valiant Finance was started in 2015 with a goal to provide a business finance solution to small to medium enterprises using a platform that we've developed over time called Savannah. We like to think of ourselves as the only place for business finance. So what we've achieved and set up is a very simple and easy to use dashboard that you can check scenarios to see if a customer will qualify, to provide a quick quote to see if a customer pricing wise, and then to actually complete an application by what we call do it yourself, where most of the information you will already have, simply completing a simple online application form, being able to digitally send a customer a privacy link and upload their ID and bank statements through Ilion, same as Mandeep, and then being able to refer that immediately in real time to our team of 240 people that work for Valiant, with a dedicated team of product specialists who have the experience in equipment finance and working capital loans. So for those that don't have that relationship, and you've got customers who've done their home loans, if they're small to medium business owners, they're all going to have a need at some point in time for a new vehicle for their business, for new plant and equipment, for working capital, trade finance, etc. Our platform will allow you to input all of that information, get quality real-time scenarios, and being able to match a lending product, of which we have 85 lenders products in the dashboard, being able to match that. 90% of the applications are matched correctly the first time. And once an application is submitted, we're getting an approval rating of 92% of deals submitted are approved on the first time. So it's a really quick, accurate system that allows you to both manage your customers' needs and to keep your customers close. Don't allow them to go somewhere else for their equipment finance needs or working capital needs, which can then risk your relationship with them. And of course, we also remunerate you for the work that you do. So depending on whether you do it as a full application or whether you just want to spot and refer to us, you might have a simple customer, you don't have the time or the confidence to be able to do an application, you can simply spot and refer straight to us. And with the 240 people we have employed by Valiant, we're getting back to you within 5 minutes. So you'll be able to have either an email or a phone conversation with our team within 5 minutes, as well as your client. So you're able to track and monitor the application in real time, so you know where the transaction's up to. Whenever there's an alert and you're on the dashboard, you do get a ping, so you're well aware that something has happened with one of your customers. You get dedicated a BDM, which would be me, who you can contact directly through the platform. And on any transaction that you have submitted, you're also dedicated a product specialist who you can also contact at any given time. So I'm mindful of time, and sadly I can't give you a demonstration, but what we can do is through Dan's Finance and Coffee, there is a demonstration link, and Dan can show you how to find that, and then we can go into detail one-on-one and actually run scenarios. I can show you exactly how the system works, from a quote to a new deal to fully submitting an application.
Johnny, can you make me host, and I'll see if I can actually get that going. Does that make sense?
Yeah, how do I do that?
Go to my name, and then there should be an option to make me the host.
Yep.
Cool.
Done.
All right, cool. So just bear with me 1 moment. All right. So I'm just gonna share my screen now. Okay, so this is the Finance and Coffee website, which everyone should be able to see. Now this is the, oops. If you can log in there, you'll be able to look at it. And this is the article about what it was and so forth. And then there is a get started now. I'll take you to the actual link itself. 2 more people trying to get into the room, and we're a couple of minutes down, so it doesn't matter. Get accredited here if you haven't already done so, and then you basically then can actually log in and see all the deals which are being going through the system. I'll just go back a step. Basically, the Valiant platform is pretty awesome in a sense that you can see where your deals are, all the things which are in here, whether the deal is dead or alive, and how much you've earned. Now, this is from the consumer's side, Jono, so I'm taking liberties here. But essentially, Valiant is not only just for working capital and asset finance, but there is also a small team that can handle other commercial property related deals as well. So I say that because I was a member of Valiant myself previously. So that's where we talk to brokers, and basically we do understand that there are some brokers where you have not come across, especially your first 2 years in the industry. You're not going to get accredited with commercial lending. You're probably going to get confused about asset finance and working capital deals as well. So this platform allows you to do that, and allows you to do that in a way where it gives a bit of trust as well, because you know that, number one, what's happening with your particular lead. You're not actually calling your referral all the time going, hey, how's my lead, right? And number two, you know that you will get paid if it settles. And that's all basically there that you can actually see. Is that a good enough review, Jono?
Yeah, that's pretty right. If you can, we're filling out that dashboard, which will not only have all of your deals, it will also have industry insights, things about rates. Yeah, if you can just jump on there for me. So very quickly, you can, if you just scroll through down, I'll work you through it. Pick one, okay. That's fine. Data. Yep. So on the platform, Dan mentioned we do commercial and development loans. We certainly do. That's not in the Savannah platform yet because there's just so many scenarios that we couldn't possibly fill them all in. So here's a very quick tool for you to be able to determine if a business will qualify for a particular working capital loan.
That's pretty cool.
So if you just jump in there, so that will, it gives you down the side there, it gives you a little tick box and a little wording to say, okay, for example, Finance and Coffee, they're GS2 registered, they've been going long enough. Media producer, lenders are happy with this type of business. Put the average monthly sales. That'd be like $1 million for you, wouldn't it, Jen? Just that'll do. That's a number. Yeah.
A bit rough. No.
None of our customers have a bit rough business. Yeah. So this is any type of business